the perfect way to end your evening here on TNT. Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, coming to you live from Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. A night that began with such promise just a few hours ago. Should we talk about this before we see the highlights, or should we just jump right into the highlights
It's so exciting.
of the game that you just saw? Let's go to the highlights of the game you just saw. The Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix falls to 8-5. No doubt in anybody's mind who the best team in basketball is.
Well, that'd be the Boston Celtics until they're the champions. The Lakers.
Okay, good call.
I mean, right now.
Right now, everybody said the Lakers, but listen, the Lakers are.
You had to pick the best team in basketball right now.
I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Lakers are the best team in basketball.
Let me just tell you something. I really think and having Andrew Bynum just makes them, the difference on the defensive end and rebounding end. They're a big team with him and Gasol. That's going to be a tough matchup for anybody. I think that one really smart move, you got to give Phil Jackson credit, putting Lamar Odom on the bench. I think really, so number one, it solidifies the second unit. But also, it makes them a lot quicker. Because I think if you had Gasol, Bynum, and Odom, it'd be too slow defensively. But this team they're going to be tough to beat.
Well, I think I don't know about making it too slow, because I think Lamar Odom is faster than Radmanovich. But I think what it does, it takes the pressure off a guy like Radmanovich, and it takes the pressure off Farmar in the second unit. It takes the pressure off Ariza in the second unit, because now those guys the offense doesn't have to go through them. It can go through a Lamar Odom. So by putting him on the bench, it might have taken a little bit away from Lamar. But I think it made four other guys on that team better by him coming to the
That's not why he did it. The reason he put Radmanovich in the starting lineup, because he experimented with Ariza, and Ariza's too inconsistent as a shooter. It's the reason that he put Radmanovich in there. He's going to keep the floor spread. If you had all three of those big guys in there, you would have bad transition defense, and also you wouldn't keep the floor spread where Kobe Bryant can do his thing. Now you got two shooters out there. You got two big bodies in the lane, and you got Derek Fisher, who's a good shooter. You got Radmanovich, who's a shooter. You got Kobe Bryant, who's the best player in the NBA. That's why they took Odom out there. It would have been too congested, and they wouldn't have had enough shooters, and they would have been bad defensively.
And it's working to the tune of 9-1 so far, and they've got the Nuggets at home on Friday night, and then the Kings coming in Sunday, the Nets on Tuesday. They're home the rest of the time. And then Dallas on Friday and Toronto on Sunday.
Bro,
yeah,
they're going to win games on the road, too.
Yeah, I know. But
half game will travel.
Yeah, by the way, when we watch, it was, I guess, early last season. You know, we had watching Kobe have a big night. And remember when we did, Kobe's shoe thing.
Inside the NBA, brought to you by the new Hyundai Genesis. The barrier to luxury has been officially kicked in.
You know, after a long search that lasted over 3 weeks, I decided that Mike D'Antoni is the right fit to coach the New York Knicks as we build this team back to contention.
So perhaps not the smoothest of welcomes, but that's how the Mike D'Antoni era began in New York, followed by a chorus of boos on draft night when the Garden crowd heard the name Danilo Gallinari called with the 6th pick. And then there was training camp, players with big contracts, some with egos to match. But in that mix, Mike D'Antoni saw a nucleus of young talent he thought could go places if they'd buy into his vision. John Thompson sat down with the Knicks' new head coach to assess the mission ahead and reflect on how his son set in Phoenix.